Hi, welcome today to Kitchen Flavors with Merla. Here we are on Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock in Brandon, Manitoba. So welcome. I really appreciate you stopping in. So if you are new to my page and you've caught me live or you're watching the replay, please feel free to say hi in the comments, because I always really like it. It's awesome when someone comments and then I know that there's somebody out there. So please feel free to do that and say where you're watching from. It's really nice to connect with you afterwards and say hi. I really do appreciate it. So today it's all about the vanilla extract. That's like my focus today, is just to talk about vanilla and share it in a recipe that I found that is really quick and easy and convenient. Ingredients easy to find, and you know that those are the ones that I love. So thanks for joining me. If we've not met before, my name is Merla Kruger, and here on my business page that I started a few years ago, I endeavor to do a little bit of teaching and teaching women to cook, do some cooking, baking with healthy organic food options like organic spices and extracts and other natural products. I try to keep it as natural as I can, and you know how that goes sometimes, but try our best. And I'm bringing you along in my journey of cooking. I'm not great in the kitchen, so when I joined the direct sales company that I'm part of that has all these awesome spices and extracts, I thought, you know what, I'm going to add to my page and just bring people in my journey of trying to make cooking more fun and more enjoyable and more flavorful in my kitchen. So that's where it's at. You're just coming along in my journey of trying different recipes and making cooking a little more enticing for anybody out there that's similar to me, that struggles in the kitchen and getting things on the table. So thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. So yeah, so my name's Merla Kruger. I can't remember if I mentioned that, but I'm from Brandon, Manitoba. So if you haven't caught me here before, and we're going to make today Amish Cinnamon Bread. It's a recipe that I found. It doesn't use any yeast or anything, a type of bread, so it's really easy to make. So I'm going to read off. I have some notes here, the recipe here, so I don't get confused or mixed up. So help me out, just have a listen, and hopefully you can find some of the ingredients and easy to find like I did. Our Amish cinnamon bread tastes like it came from a bakery. Amish cinnamon bread is a very quick and easy bread made with a very few ingredients. So that's what caught my attention. So you'll need your stand-up mixer, or if you have the kind that stands up with the bowl, that's fine too. And a cooking spray if you use cooking spray. If not, then you'll want to line your loaf pan with parchment paper. And then your loaf pans, of course. Now, as always, I've already made one ahead of time. This recipe makes 2 loaves. So I've got one done already. It looks really amazing. It smells really good. So when I read out the recipe, I'll read out the full recipe, but I'm actually just using half the ingredients. I usually do that here on my page. So bear with me as we go through this. It's one of those days where I was like, when you have a set time to go live, you don't always just feel like doing it. So today I was dragging my feet a little bit, so I kind of was a little bit behind, but that's okay. So we're here today, and we'll do this. So we're going to start. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees, which I've done, and we're going to spray our loaf pan. Now I realized that I had downsized, and I only have 1 loaf pan, so it's over there. So I'm going to do my second one in this little square one, which is a very similar size. So I'm spraying with a cooking spray that, this is a spray that I get from the company that I'm with. I really love it. It's quite natural, and it's got very, very small amount of propellant in it. So that's one thing that gravitated me to it. But of course, if you don't use cooking spray, just line your dish with something. And yeah, so the next thing is in our bowl, we're going to add our softened butter, and we're using unsalted butter. So a while back when I started doing my page, I wanted to make sure I was telling you things that were correct. And I had a question in my mind. I saw recipes that said use unsalted butter. And I didn't really understand, okay, I wonder what's the difference, because I never really had bought it before. And I hadn't really done a lot of baking in my lifetime, so I always just used the salted. But when I got reading about it, it says that when it calls for unsalted butter, that recipe needs to have the unsalted because it helps to bring out the flavors of all the other ingredients in the baking item. So the salt doesn't like camouflage the flavors. So I thought, that was a good tip. So I'm just going to grab my spatula. Sorry, I missed doing that. There we go. And so I've got my butter ready here. So that would be 1 cup. 1 cup of unsalted butter. And then we're going to add 2 cups of sugar. And of course, I'm just putting 1 cup in. And then we're going to beat that together until it's kind of fluffy. Okay, so it's quite fluffy, light and fluffy. So it's going to be noisy. So how's everybody doing out there today? We have got some snow happening here today. So it's one of those days. Oh, for some reason, this does not want to stay in there. That's interesting. Okay, hopefully that's going to work. There you go. And I like using a deeper dish for this because you know how everything sprays out of it as you're beating it up. So I'm using a little bigger bowl. It's going to make it nice and fluffy when you whip the butter together with the sugar. Heat it up a little bit. It's kind of noisy. Stop here for a minute and tell a little story about this mixer. I had, of course, a mixer for probably 20 years that was really sturdy and really good. And one day it just broke. Oh, hi, Joanne. Hi, thanks for joining me. I see a comment there. Cool. Hi. Great. Thank you for watching. So, it broke, and so I needed to replace the mixer. And do you think I could find a decent mixer? So I ended up buying this one, but it's just not, I haven't bought another one since, but I need to look for a better one. It's just not made as sturdy. They don't make them as good as they used to, right? This one, the one on the left always keeps coming out of the... There we go. Okay, I think that's light and fluffy enough. Okay, and we're just going to scrape down the sides there, mix it all together. I've got some kind of notification coming up on there, so I'm going to turn that off because I'm on I don't know why it shouldn't have come up on there, but anyways, I'm on Instagram as well, and I keep getting these notifications. I'm not sure why. Okay, so now we're going to add the flour, the buttermilk, and the baking soda. I'm almost thinking that this thing is broke. Hopefully not. Okay, so we're going to add our flour, and that will be 4 cups of flour and 2 cups of the buttermilk. And I'm just going to add a little bit at a time and mix it so that we're not doing it all at once. We'll get it started with just the spatula, and then we'll do it. There we go. Add a bit more flour. And we're going to add our baking soda. And the amount of baking soda is 2 teaspoons. And some more buttermilk. And we'll just finish it off here. And then we'll just give it one last mix. I have to admit, I'm not a big baker, so I enjoy it when I do it, but I don't do it often, but it's nice to have a treat. See, that thing just keeps popping out of there, and I don't know why. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. See, I'm having some bubbles here. This little machine. I think we'll be done with that. I'll just use my spatula now. So it makes a nice dough. And I will show you that. There we go. Hi there. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So we've got, let's just do a recap here. We've got the oven preheated to 350, and in our mixer we added 2 cups of sugar and the unsalted butter till it was light and fluffy. And then we added, I forgot to add the egg. Oh boy. Isn't that funny? I knew I was missing something. Oh dear, I'm so glad I caught that. You get nervous doing this, and that egg was sitting there. That would not have been good. Great. I knew there was something wrong. That's why I did the recap. Gotta love live video. Oh, jeez. Oh, you guys will laugh. Okay. All right. So we've got that beaded in there. But I am going to do the mixer one more time just to make sure that the egg is in there good enough. Mixed in well enough. That's everything in there. Okay, great. So now we're going to mix up the sugar mixture. So what is in here is a third of a cup of sugar, and then you add 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. So I've already done that. So that's going to go onto the top layer of the batter. So we're just going to add our half of this to our pan. Great. And then we're just going to sprinkle our cinnamon on top. Sugar and cinnamon. Add half of it to there. And then we'll just top it off with the rest of the batter. So I was going to just share a little bit about the vanilla that I use. It's a double strength vanilla, and it's bake-proof and freeze-proof. So that's really good. It works very well to maintain the flavor. So that's about it. And I'm going to show you the finished product, and you bake it for 50 to 60 minutes. The first one, I was a little bit flustered today, guys. The first one turned out really, really nice. So that's your Amish cinnamon bread recipe. If you would like the recipe, I can send you the PDF, and I'm going to cut into it, and I will post a picture of it later after I've got it served up. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry it was just a little bit frazzled today. You gotta love live video. Take care. Bye.